Okay, it's on record. Go ahead.
Thanks, Claire. I am so excited to announce that the Brockner organization has a new director. Sarah Teely is a director as of May 1st in the Brockner organization. We are so excited. She is going to take directorship with 6 people so far on her team, and she has 6 more people that she's looking to sign up in May. So congratulations, Sarah. We are very proud of you. And I know you've worked very hard, and this last week has been trying, but everybody pulled off doing sales of some sort, and Sarah's been a great leader with her team, and her team's looking forward to coming to our May meeting next week, Monday on the 8th, and so we're looking forward to meeting some of our new team members as well. So congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Yay.
Congratulations.
And I have to say, welcome, Allison. I see you.
Hi,
Allison
Claire.
she just signed up like 2 hours ago or something like that.
Oh, good.
So that's awesome.
Good.
Hey, we're going to hear from Sarah later on, so I'm excited. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Rachel, do you want to make an announcement here? Or is
I sure do. All right. Unfortunately, she cannot join us because she's on an airplane. But
Oh,
we have a new director on our team as well.
oh, good.
The golden shoe passed off to her very soon. Sonia just joined today.
Yay. Very
Awesome.
good.
Yes.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Yes, and she's on an airplane on her way to a bowling tournament. But this was her month. She said, I'm doing it in April. I don't care.
Oh, very
And she made it happen.
good.
And Roger there, his goal is to promote to team leader by the end of this month. And he's got one show that needs to close out yet tonight, and then he's got it. So that's awesome as well.
awesome.
Go, Roger.
Yay!
Yay. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So we're
Exciting.
gonna hand this all off to Michelle, who's gonna be talking about Virtual 101, and that's why I invited some of our new people on here, because that is so attractive to so many people. So Michelle, take it away.
Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to do a little bit of talking, and then I'm going to have Claire share some of the documents. Yes, share some of the documents that I'm going to be talking. So, but I'm going to start off, and yes, I am reading verbatim so that I don't miss anything. I want to make sure that I give you everything that I want to say. So, again, I want to welcome everybody. Yes, I will be talking about virtual parties and Virtual 101. Mainly about parties, and then Claire will help me out at the end about talking about other virtual things, but mine mainly talking about parties. So these virtual parties are mainly done using Facebook. What we do is we add a bunch of, what I did do is I added a bunch of documents to the SOS binder, and Claire will be updating them shortly if she hasn't already. So
I did.
I'm not going to be discussing how to do an entire show. I'm just going to be sharing basic outline, a couple different outlines from different people. The documents that we are providing will also be very helpful once you start your own, or even if you've already done them on your own. I also want to mention that almost everything I've learned about virtual shows are from, I'm not going to say everything, I'm going to say everything that I've learned are from other consultants. Not one of my ideas is original. Don't know how to tell you how wonderful, you already know how wonderful Pampered Chef is and our family is, and that how everyone loves to share with everyone. It's just a fabulous company. You guys already know that. I got to give it out there again because it's so awesome that everybody just wants everybody to succeed. So no competition unless it's friendly. So there is one quick thing that I'm actually going to have Rachel explain because she's a little bit better at it than me. And it's a thing that's called Facebook jail. So I don't want it to scare a lot of you, but you do need to know what it is and how to avoid it. So Rachel, take it away.
Yeah, so Facebook jail is a term that we use. It's basically when you get locked out of Facebook. So Facebook, the website has algorithms. It got programs in the background that most of us know very little about. But what it does is it it monitors everything that gets posted, right? Like everything screened in some aspect. So if and it really is looking for people that are spamming, you know, those accounts that I'm sure you guys have gotten that friend request from an account that's just spam, and it's just, or you've seen it in a different group where they're just posting like the sunglasses for sale over and over again. So Facebook is trying to get rid of that and prevent that. So if you are posting the same content over and over and over again in multiple parties, multiple groups, multiple events, all at the same time, or really, really close to each other, you might get flagged. If you are posting the same content that everybody else is posting, you might get flagged, and you might get a hold put on your account, and that's what we call Facebook jail, where basically you get a message that pops up that says you can no longer post to Facebook, you can no longer comment, you basically can't do anything with your account for a certain number of hours, days, or weeks. Not a great place to be if you're running a business. So it sounds scary, but there's some easy ways to avoid going to Facebook jail. So one of the things is to have original content. So a lot of us, you know, if you're in some of the groups on Facebook, you may see a bunch of different posts that people share, or you may see people sharing this post of, you know, people doing these challenges, you know, my challenge is to sell 20 egg cookers, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of us steal those posts and repost them all the time. And that's okay. But the more you do that, and the more everybody does that, the more Facebook notices that same image and that same wording is being used by lots of different people, and it might start blocking that image or that wording, and then therefore may start blocking the people posting it, okay? So things that you can do, it's really simple. You can alter the picture a little bit using like Pic Collage or Canva, you know, add your own flair to it, add a border on it, you know, use the same concept but a slightly different picture. Change the wording. It doesn't have to be the exact same wording that somebody else is posting. You know, you can switch it up a little bit, personalize it, make it sound like you wrote it, but use the same concept. And doing those little things will make a huge difference. And the other thing is that if you are running a bunch of parties, virtual parties at the same time, which I highly recommend, because if you've got 6 parties going all at the same time, then you know every party, everybody's looking at the same stuff every single day. And that's super convenient for you, especially if you have games that you're monitoring. But what I would do is stagger them. So don't have them all start at 8 o'clock in the morning. Have one start at 8 o'clock, one start at 8:03, one start at 8:06, one start at 8:09. It doesn't have to be a complete even number, even time. The people coming to the party don't even know. They won't even know. They won't even notice. They don't even care. They just know that you're posting around 8 o'clock, around 11 o'clock, 2 p.m., whatever your schedule is. So if you stagger, so each one goes just, starts just a couple minutes apart, that will help as well. So you don't have the same image with the same words going into 6 different parties all at the exact same time.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so, and that's kind of goes right back into what I wanted to start saying now is that there are different options as to how you'll be posting in your shows. Some people like to post them personally every day, or they'll do a few posts each day and they'll do it, right, do a copy and paste and type in their own stuff, and that's perfectly okay. Others like to use a scheduling program, and those are actually what I prefer to do. I'm comfortable with are these programs. You don't have to use a scheduling program. You can just do a copy and paste, however you want to do it. It's really what you prefer and what you're more comfortable with. The scheduling program that I use is called CinchShare. There are also other ones. One's called Post My Party and Tiny Torch, and there's probably other ones out there too. If you just ask around, you will get pros and cons from all. So again, it's your choice. You can pick the ones you like. If you want to ask your director on what they like to use, then that, some of our directors don't use any of that. So there are many different ways to do virtual parties. You can do a 45-minute party. You could do a 1-hour party, 1 day, up to 10 to 15 days long. There is no steadfast rule on what you should do or shouldn't do. So again, that is your preference. I will tell you what I do, and I will show you a few examples of how to help your hosts go through them and whatnot. So I personally do 10-day parties. I start all of my parties on either the first or third Tuesday of the month. Sometimes I have just one party going on, and sometimes I have 6 at one time, but on average, I usually have about 3. So the reason I like to start them on specific days is so that I don't have any of them over. It gets difficult when you have a lot of parties at the same time and that they're overlapping. You get really confused really quick. So that's why I like to do it that way. To me, it's just a lot easier. That way I also then get paid twice a month, because if you do the first Tuesday, you'll get paid for it because you closed it before the 15th. And then you do the third Tuesday, and then you get paid for it because you close it before the 31st. So that's kind of like I do it that way. And that's not my original, that from someone else, and you'll see that in just a little bit. Let's see, virtual parties honestly should be handled just like our live parties. You need to do your host coaching just as you would for a live party. Of course, what you cover will be different, but the concept is the same. Contact them 3 times before the party and keep in contact with them throughout. And I'm going to apologize if I say Lynette's last name wrong, but it's Lynette Scharf. Did I say that right? Paula, from your team? If Paula's not on, Claire, did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't think she's on, because if she was, I'd have her talk, but I think she's not going to be able to be on, but she's going to probably listen to the recording. But she has her host coaching typed up and even has the exact words that she gives the hosts to share during their party. So Claire, if you could please bring that in. And it's the one that says Communications Lynette. Okay, so she literally, it's kind of her entire outline. So the first thing I want to show you is, I think it's, as you can see on where it's C3, she gives the word to the host to help her. Let's see, she's getting there. Oh. Yep, there it goes. So she tells the host to go into their party and today and post a welcome to everyone. And then she gives the host the exact word. To my party, I love Pampered Chef products, blah, blah, blah. So she does that, and that's perfect, because sometimes the hosts don't know what to say. Let's see, and then and also Lynette does her parties by using an event. You can use an event, or you can use a group. I personally use group myself, and you can, if you want to use a group, to tweak this to work for your groups. You just have to change some of the wording for your hosts a little bit. Then on C8, if you can go down to C8, I need to give a big kudos to Lynette. This is brilliant. She tells the host right in that post that she is going to be, let's see, what did she say? It's going to be her. She says, I'm going to leave it up to you to generate at least one booking for another virtual party like this one, so you can get the extra host bonus when they have their party. That is just absolutely brilliant. As we all know, we need to have at least 2 shows booked from every single show you do. My goal, as Lynette's, is to get at least 3 parties from every party you do. So by having host get 1, all you need to do is get the other 2. So I think that's just a brilliant way of getting one of those parties. And then on C9 and 10, she keeps encouraging her. Great job, Lynette. She is right on the ball when she keeps the host involved. So one of the worst things that you can tell potential hosts is that they don't need to do anything if they have a Facebook show with you. That is the furthest from the truth. Their participation is critical in having a successful show. And again, how Lynette has this worded is how she gets her hosts involved. So, okay, we got? Okay, so Claire, if you could bring up the basic outline one now. Perfect. So this is literally just an outline. It doesn't give you the words to say, it doesn't give you pictures, but it does tell you when to post things and what to post. This is what I personally use. As you can see on the top, do shows 2 times, start on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of the month. That way they don't overlap and you get paid twice a month. So 1 or 2 days before the show starts, I send an invite image. This I think is important. I don't know anyone else that actually does this, and I actually got it from somebody, so obviously somebody else does it. But I give an image to the host just on their personal page, and the image, and then I give them the exact words to say. I didn't put it in here, and I can share it with you guys if you'd like later. But what it does is it just gets the interest stirred up with other people, because in that post I'll tell them to tell their friends that they like to be included in their Facebook party to either like or comment on this post. So then she does have specific people that want to be added. So let's just kind of skim through it. As you see, like I told you, I on Tuesdays. The first day, Tuesday, is actually all pre-posts. I got every single one of these posts are not my original idea. I got it from a bunch of different people, and just people to think that smart, because I'm not. But I'm smart because I know where to find stuff, right? So the first day, Tuesday, is all. Actually, Claire, don't mind, scroll up just a tiny bit. I forgot. When you create your party in a group, you want to create as much of it as you can before you add your host. You don't want your host inundated with a ton of posts and pictures, and that I know I wouldn't like that. So you want to make sure you've got everything kind of done to the point to when you add her, it's time that she her friends. So it says set up and add the description, set up your show, and then add the description, and then I add a pin post, and then I add the guest special. Then I send the host email. Hosting is easy as 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to share that with you in just a second. And I set all of that up before I add the host. Then I ask the host to add their friends, and that I do Monday. Honestly, I have that happen on Monday evening if possible. So then on Tuesday, I start doing these pre-posts. And I'm going to be honest, these pre-posts scheduled. I have them in there and I have them scheduled to go. So a few of them do get personalized, and then training, Sincere, you can go in and fix things and personalize things. That's a whole other training that we can go into. But you don't even have to schedule if you don't want to. Like I said before, you can just put them in there yourself. So now we can go down. Day 2 is Wednesday. That's technically the day that everything starts. I think I learned this from somebody from Rachel's team about if you post things close together, it will just show up. People aren't going to be getting dings of notifications over and over again. They'll get just one notification because you posted things quickly together. So like in the morning, I'll post a product. Then a minute after that, I'll do a product post. And then a minute after that, I'll do another one. And then lunchtime, makes sense. And then 1 minute later, I'll add some type of participation post. That's something so that all of the people, either a game or a question or just something. And then in the PM, I'll do 3 product posts. And then as you scroll down, if you could, let's go down to, so in day 3, Thursday, you'll see at the 7th post, 1 minute later, it's a business opportunity post. I learned from, I'm going to give Vicki, and I'm probably going to say her last name wrong, but UTech. She is a very successful virtual party person. And I asked her, when do you post booking posts and when do you post recruiting posts? And if I remember right, she said day 3, 5, and 7. Some people disagree and they think that they say you should do it every day. Again, it's totally up to you. It's your call. You do it how you want, but this is how I do it. Well, day 3, Thursday, I have a business opportunity post. Then day 5, scroll down. I think I have the hostess or booking show post. And then again, somewhere, probably day, 3, 5, and 7? 7, there you go. Yep, I have another opportunity post about the business. So now, as you see my outline, you see everything, all of those posts, those 1 through 8, 1 through 9, or whatever, those are all scheduled posts. That doesn't mean that I don't add something in between. If I've got somebody who asks a question or has a product question, I will find that product, or I will, take a picture of it and put it in there and make a comment or add a video or something. So it's not whatever that word is. I am there. I'm still there. It is a scheduled, all these posts are scheduled, but I do work full time. So this helps me be active throughout the entire day. And then at lunch, I'll take a look at stuff. And then after work, I'll take a look at stuff. And then in the evening, I'm more active in this. So all of this, again, is going to be in our SOS binder. So don't try to copy any of this stuff down because it's going to be there. Okay, so I said I was going to talk about the whole thing is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So Claire, if you could open that one up. And I'm going to tell you right now, I like Lynette's better, so I might change. But right now, 6 shows this month, and this is what I'm going to be sending them because I've got it all set up this way. I have all my emails ready and everything. So this is, I send this in the email, not as an attachment. I put it in the email so that I know that they're going to see it. And I send this to my hosts, and it tells people about how to invite people and add friends and so on and so forth. So if you just want to scroll through it, again, this is in our SOS. We don't need to read it. But the first part is how to invite people. And then I actually put my information and showed you where to put information. And go ahead and scroll down to the next one is, keep going a little bit. The first section is, like I said, what you send so the host can knows how to invite people. And then the second part, keep going, is right here. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. That tells the host how to connect to their, it's kind of like the same email that you would send them from your show itself, from Pampered Chef or your Consultant's Corner. But it's just another way to kind of get them more information and how to add their order to their show. Okay. Then, let's see. If you could the Virtual Show 101, and it says events. Okay, so this is a training that was provided probably about a year ago, and it's a very good resource of do's and don'ts. I apologize very much that I can't remember who did this. We were given it, it was a Facebook training, and I just can't remember who did it. And I'm so sorry. I want to give them props for it, but I can't remember who it is. So let's just look through a few things. Right under where it says the more you earn, the more you learn, the more you earn. She tells us that you give your hosts a packet just like you would as a cooking show. And I'm not going to go through it because we're getting short on time here, but if you could just scroll down a little bit. Right there, I kind of like this one. It says this image, I got to look at it. I can't see that. It says, this might look like a great cooking show schedule, but this doesn't work well for Facebook parties. It will leave you unorganized and never having a clean show. That's where it says actually on somewhere in here, starting your shows on the first Tuesday or third Tuesday of the month, where I got that is in here. If you can scroll down to where it says 15-day Facebook party process, right there. There's different ways, 15 days, 15 consultant posts, 15 DHPR. If anybody knows what that stands for, go for it. I don't. But that's just a
post recommendations.
Say that again?
Post recommendations.
Oh.
Things that you recommend your host post in the group or in the party.
Perfect. So yeah, that's what that is. So if you want to scroll down just a little bit more, it does give you a little under where it says booking and then who to book. It's a little bit further down. Right under there. If you're new, you just send out just some messages to your friends and family. Need a guinea pig to help you with your show. Anyone who doesn't want to do a cooking show, suggest doing a Facebook show. And so on and so on. This little cute picture is a guinea pig. It's just funny. I like it. Actually sent it to my new consultants to get more parties booked. So, but yes, totally go through this. It's a wonderful resource for what to do and not necessarily what not to do. So, okay, so now you want to have Claire talk about, she had talking to, what was he, an industrial something specialist, designer, Claire?
This was from the workshop that I was at in Boston. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So some of the notes that I took from there, and Karen, if you have anything you want to share since you were there, the best time to post is Monday through Friday, 1 to 4, and Wednesday is the best time at 3 o'clock. They suggested that you change your banners every day on your virtual parties. This person had gone to a SendShare workshop down in Atlanta. So these were some of the things that she learned. Post about prizes that you have earned, such as trips, and then link your website to those. People love the visual content. In fact, they are most likely to share a video 3 times more than a text and 2 times more than a photo, which is pretty interesting. Keep your camera, your videos short, 3 minutes or less, and make sure that your first 8.5 seconds you are ready, because attention spans are 8.5 seconds. So if you start your video and you're not ready, you're done. They just move on. So be ready. They said to 85.6% of people use mobile devices to get to Facebook. 76% of women and 66% of men are on Facebook. Be authentic, transparent, honest, and gain their trust and integrity with your posts. 74% of videos are watched with no volume. So make sure it's very, very visual. And once again, have everything ready and do it quickly. They said to keep the light in front of you, so then you glow. If you know how to do it, add scripts onto your videos so people can see directions to recipes. So those were some of the highlights of some of the highlights from that workshop. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, that was perfect. Because
Okay.
I thought about the virtual parties, but Claire was, explaining things like if you want to do a video, virtual video, less than 3 minutes, like she said, be ready right away. Facebook Live is awesome. You should try to do as much Facebook Live during your virtual shows as possible. There's no doubt that it'll be more successful when you're personal. So just like at a show, you're there. At a virtual show, you're there. So, yeah.
And they said be real. So change your location often. Don't always be standing in the exact same place when you're doing your videos. And they said practice. Practice and put little Post-it notes. Where's Paula? Put little Post-it notes on your screen, and so you will know exactly what to say. Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. So thank you for sharing with us. I already posted everything on the Evernote that is on our 6 Weeks to Success page. So we will see you guys next week. And the GEM
And
team.
Watch Mary's checkout. We didn't get to that.
Oh, do you want to say quick?
Say, watch Mary Jo checkout on Facebook on our 6 Weeks to Success. You did a good job.
She did
Thank
an
you.
awesome job.
Mhm.
Okay, so GEM team, you can stay on for our director bound, and Sarah is going to be our guest speaker. So
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
have
Paula.
fun.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. So let me stop this recording.